Kick-ass facts, pew pew pew! Today we are talking about musicians' second careers, and it is all trivia. Which 1990s rock frontman went on to co-found an independent wrestling promotion, briefly serve as president of TNA Wrestling, and then later purchased the historic National Wrestling Alliance, NWA? Was it A, Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam? That was my first concert, August 18th, 1992. They played with the Blues Travelers, Soundgarden, and Neil Young. B, Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins. C, Frank Black of the Pixies, also a solo career. Or D, Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails. The correct answer is B, Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins. He co-founded the Chicago indie promotion Resistance Pro in 2011, then joined TNA Wrestling in 2015, eventually serving as its president. Then in 2017, he bought the NWA, rebranding it and reviving it with new shows like NWA Power. 3 R's. That's how you know it's serious. Corgan often blends his worlds, pairing concerts and wrestling events. Which 1990s nu metal frontman reinvented himself as a Christian minister after leaving his band? Was it A, Chino Moreno of the Deftones? They released a cover album in 2011, cleverly called Covers, and it is flawless. B, Mike Patton of Faith No More. B, Brian Head Welch of Korn. Or D, Serge Tankian of System of a Down? Correct answer is C, Brian Head Welch. He quit Korn in 2005 after battling drug addiction and personal struggles, turning instead to his newfound Christian faith. He wrote a memoir, launched a ministry, and began recording faith-driven solo music. In 2013, he rejoined Korn, balancing his role as a guitarist with his religious life. Which punk singer went on to become a professional visual artist with international exhibitions? A, John Lydon from the Sex Pistols. B, Jello Biafra from the Dead Kennedys. C, Glenn Danzig, Misfits. Or D, Henry Rollins from Black Flag? Correct answer is A, John Lydon, also known as Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols. He shocked punk fans by turning to art. In the years after Nevermind the Bollocks and his own band Public Image Limited, or PIL, pill if you're fancy, Lydon explored painting and other creative outlets, even holding exhibitions. Which 1980s hard rock heavy metal singer became a reality TV star and entrepreneur with his own line of tequila? A, Bret Michaels of Poison. B, Vince Neil from Motley Crue. C, Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses. Or D, Sammy Hagar from Van Halen? Correct answer is D, Sammy Hagar. The Red Rocker turned his Cabo Wabo tequila into a multi-million-dollar business and grew his brand with restaurants and reality TV. He eventually sold it for nearly $100 million and expanded into restaurants and bars. Which member of Blur left the music spotlight to become an artisanal cheese farmer in England? And I'm going to say this now, for the record. In the 1990s Brit-pop battle between Blur and Oasis, I was always Team Blur. Blur swayed Oasis. A, Damon Albarn. B, Graham Coxon. C, Dave Rowntree. Or D, Alex James? The correct answer is D, Alex James. The bassist of Britpop giants Blur swapped guitars for goats. He now runs a farm in Oxfordshire where he makes artisanal award-winning cheeses with names like Blue Monday and Farley Wallop. He even hosts food and music festivals on his property. Which heavy metal singer became a licensed commercial pilot flying for major airlines when not on tour? A, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, R.I.P. B, Bruce Dickinson, Iron Maiden. C, James Hetfield, Metallica. Or D, Rob Halford, Judas Priest? Correct answer is B, Bruce Dickinson. Not just a singer, but a professional airline captain. He even piloted Iron Maiden's private jet, Ed Force One, on world tours. Beyond that, he's a novelist, entrepreneur, and champion fencer. I used to work with a guy who was obsessed with Iron Maiden, so much so that he had an Iron Maiden toilet seat cover. Which 1990s pop-punk frontman left his band to pursue UFO research and even partnered with former Pentagon officials? A, Sean Spikes Lawson, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. B, Tom DeLonge, Blink-182. Before you come at me, in November 2018, Tom DeLonge himself confirmed that the band's name is Blink-182, but I'm going to still say Blink-182. C, Billy Joe Armstrong, Green Day. Or D, Rivers Cuomo of Weezer? The correct answer is B, Tom DeLonge. The guitarist left the band in 2015 to focus on UFO research. He founded To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science, which worked with ex-Pentagon officials and released declassified UFO footage that the U.S. Navy later confirmed as authentic. What started as a running joke in Blink-182's song turned into a full-blown alien hunting career. Side note, the 182 was added after an Irish band forced them to change their name from just Blink. Which 1970s guitar hero now spends much of his time running an apiary and campaigning to save endangered bees? A, Eric Clapton, of a lot of things, and a solo career. B, Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin. C, Brian May from Queen. D, Pete Townsend from The Who? The correct answer is C, Brian May. He earned a PhD in astrophysics, co-authored research papers, and campaigns heavily for animal rights. He's also an avid beekeeper, running an apiary and founding the Save Me Trust to protect wildlife. Which punk drummer trained and worked professionally as a chiropractor after leaving the punk scene? A. Scott Ashton of the Stooges, B. Terry Chimes of the Clash, C. Rat Scabies of the Damned, I bet that's not on his birth certificate, D. Clem Burke from Blondie. Correct answer is B. Terry Chimes of the Clash. He drummed on some of the earliest Clash records, including their debut album. After leaving the punk scene, he retrained entirely and became a licensed chiropractor, working with patients professionally for years. Which guitarist left thrash metal to become a Swiss-trained master watchmaker? A. Kerry King of Slayer, B. Dan Spitz, Anthrax, C. Kirk Hammett, Metallica, or D. Dave Mustaine, Megadeth? The correct answer is B. Dan Spitz of Anthrax. He earned his Swiss and American degrees in luxury mechanical watchmaking and micromechanical engineering, certified as a watchmaker instructor for the North American operations of Switch watch company Chopard. He eventually founded his own precision watchmaking business. He also founded the Christian music group Red Lamb, which was known for lyrics on autism awareness. Which lead singer earned a PhD and teaches evolutionary biology at UCLA? A. Jim Lindberg, Pennywise, B. Greg Graffin, Bad Religion, C. Fat Mike, NoFX, or D. David Draymond, Disturbed? The correct answer is B. Greg Graffin, Bad Religion. I'm kind of sad about that because I thought it would have been cool having a professor you call Fat Mike. While leading Bad Religion, he earned a PhD in zoology and now teaches evolutionary biology at UCLA. He has published peer-reviewed research, contributed to scientific books, and gives talks at universities worldwide. And finally on our list, which punk frontman pursued a PhD in molecular biology and co-invented a potential HIV vaccine while continuing his music career? A. Dexter Holland from The Offspring, B. Billy Joe Armstrong, Green Day, C. Tim Armstrong, Rancid, or D. Fat Mike, NoFX? Just wanted a reason to say Fat Mike again, which is giving away that that's not the right answer. The correct answer is A. Dexter Holland from The Offspring. He pursued his PhD in molecular biology while maintaining his touring schedule. He co-invented the potential HIV vaccine and worked with scientific institutions to advance vaccine research, and he's even a licensed pilot who has flown solo around the world in his private plane.